When we think of fast food, we usually picture McDonald's, KFC, Burger King. But what if I told you that fast food in the USA and the UK is completely different than you imagine? Get ready for 10 shocking revelations that will change the way you think about fast food. And number 1 is going to leave you speechless, so stay with us until the end. 10. Portion sizes speak for themselves. When it comes to portion sizes, the USA wins big. Fries, giant sodas, everything is supersized. In fact, the typical serving size in American fast food restaurants is often double or even triple what you find in other countries. A small fry in the USA could easily be considered a medium or large elsewhere. Not to mention, drinks are served in huge cups, sometimes containing more liquid than the average daily recommended intake. But in the UK, portions are more modest. A small fry actually feels like a small, and even the soda sizes are smaller. You'll notice it right away. In the USA, everything is about excess. In the UK, it's more about quality over quantity, with less emphasis on supersized portions and more focus on balance. Less is more, and calories are not as exaggerated. Interestingly, the smaller portion sizes in the UK have sparked debates about whether the US supersize culture contributes to the country's obesity epidemic. 9. Breakfast. The world divides. In the USA, breakfast at McDonald's is often a quick, convenient meal. You might grab a McMuffin, a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, or a simple hash brown. It's all about grab and go with a focus on speed and efficiency. But in the UK, fast food breakfast is a much more substantial meal. We're talking toast, baked beans, and even fries. Some places even serve a full breakfast platter with eggs, sausages, and grilled tomatoes. It's not just a quick bite, it's a full-on hearty meal to start the day. The British have a long tradition of a proper breakfast. And even fast food chains have embraced this by offering hearty options that are more filling than their American counterparts. What's interesting is that this shift isn't just about quantity, it's about variety and nutritional balance. While the American breakfast leans heavily on processed items, the British take a more balanced approach, integrating vegetables and protein into the mix. So, it's not just breakfast, it's a culturally rich meal that sets the tone for the entire day. 8. Bacon, crispy versus soft. Speaking of bacon, in the USA, bacon is known for being crispy, some might say extra crispy. The strips are thin, crunchy, and often a bit greasy, making it perfect for those who love that crispy, crackling texture with a bit of an intense, salty kick. It's common to find bacon in a variety of dishes, from breakfast sandwiches to burgers, where the crispiness really takes center stage. But in the UK, bacon is quite different. The British back bacon is thicker, with a meatier texture, and less of that crispiness. Instead of being cooked to a brittle crunch, it's often grilled or fried, keeping the softness of the meat intact while giving it a slightly smoky flavor. This makes it more succulent and less greasy than its American counterpart. If you're a fan of that crispy texture that breaks apart with each bite, the American version is your go-to. But if you prefer a more tender, juicy experience, the British bacon might win your heart. The contrast in texture is so distinct that people often have strong preferences depending on which side of the pond they read from. Plus, bacon is so iconic in both countries that it's not just a side dish. It's often central to breakfast, sandwiches, and even main meals. 7. The difference in sauces. When it comes to sauces, the USA has a very distinct flavor profile, sweet and often rich. Take the classic BBQ sauce, for example. It's a staple in many American fast food joints, and it's known for being thick, tangy, and definitely sweet. That sweetness is a key component in many other popular sauces, like sweet and sour, or even ketchup, which leans heavily on sugar and vinegar. This sweetness also shows up in fast food chicken tenders, burgers, and even some salads. It's part of what gives American fast food its signature bold, indulgent flavor. But in the UK, things take a very different turn. The British are all about spicy, tangy, and sometimes savory flavors. Instead of relying on sugar to enhance the taste, spicy sauces like sriracha, hot chili sauce, and even curry-based condiments are popular choices. In fact, many British fast food chains incorporate curry sauces into their offerings, an influence from the country's love of Indian cuisine. These sauces add a distinct kick to the food that's rarely seen in the USA. British fast food tends to lean toward flavors that kick back, often complementing the food without overpowering it with sweetness. If you're someone who enjoys a little more heat and depth in your meals, the UK fast food scene might just spice up your day. 6. Chicken. Crispy or tender? When it comes to fried chicken, KFC is a name that's synonymous with crispy golden goodness in the USA at American KFC locations. The chicken is often fried to perfection, creating an extremely crispy outer layer that's crunchy with every bite. This crispy coating is typically thick and seasoned with a blend of spices that deliver a bold, flavorful crunch. The emphasis is on that satisfying crispness that contrasts with the juicy, tender chicken inside. It's the ultimate indulgence for those who crave a rich, crispy texture paired with a bit of extra grease. However, across the pond in the UK, the approach to fried chicken is much more subtle. British KFC chicken is typically tender, with the focus on succulent, juicy meat. The outer coating is still crispy, but tends to be less greasy and lighter compared to the American version. It's all about achieving that perfect balance between tender meat and a slightly crisp crust. The seasoning is flavorful, but it's not as heavy-handed as in the US. The British like to keep it more refined, letting the natural taste of the chicken shine through. The result is a different experience when you take that first bite. The American chicken offers that bold, crunchy satisfaction, while the UK version feels more tender and slightly lighter, yet just as delicious. 5. The burger style. When it comes to burgers, the USA is all about big and bold. American burgers are huge, often piled high with an array of ingredients. Double cheese, crispy bacon, onions, pickles, and an assortment of sauces like ketchup, mustard, and special sauces. It's not just a burger, it's a meal in a bun, meant to satisfy cravings with its hefty size and intense flavors. You'll also find extreme creations like the Baconator or triple patty monsters designed to impress. With flavors stacked on top of each other, the goal is to overload the senses, giving you satisfaction in each and every bite. However, in the UK, burgers are often more minimalist. While still delicious, British burgers tend to focus more on the beef's flavor, with less emphasis on excess toppings. The patties are generally smaller, and the ingredients are more refined. British burgers often feature less sauce, and the toppings are kept to a simple but flavorful combination, like lettuce, tomato, cheese, and perhaps a small splash of mayo or ketchup. This approach gives the burger a more balanced taste, where the quality of the beef really shines through. The British are all about simplicity, preferring a cleaner, more restrained flavor profile that lets the core ingredients do the talking. So while the American burger is about big, bold indulgence, the British burger is about elegant simplicity with a focus on the essence of the ingredients. 4. Local and regional ingredients. What you might not know, in the UK, fast food is much more adapted to local culture. The British have a long history of embracing flavors from their diverse colonial past, and this is reflected in their fast food. Curry-based sauces are incredibly popular, often found drizzled on fries or served alongside chicken. The British love their Indian-inspired flavors. You'll see that influence in many fast food menus, from curried chicken wraps to naan-bread sandwiches. Additionally, British fast food often features special breads like baps or ciabatta that are more in tune with the country's love for fresh, rustic loaves. And let's not forget the famous English cheddar, which is often used in burgers, sandwiches, and even wraps for that sharp, creamy taste. But in the USA, fast food is more standardized. Ingredients are often sourced globally to maintain a consistent experience across the country. The classic American twist comes in the form of barbecue sauces, cheddar cheese, and a variety of processed condiments that can be found in almost every fast food restaurant. In the US, you'll find international influences, but the flavors are usually Americanized to fit the bold, indulgent tastes that the country is known for. For example, you might see sriracha mayo or guacamole on burgers, but it's not quite as integrated into the everyday cuisine as it is in the UK. The result? While American fast food tends to offer a more globalized approach to ingredients, the UK fast food scene really emphasizes a local touch, distinct regional ingredients that reflect the country's diverse and flavorful culinary traditions. 3. Fries. Chips versus fries. Fries are an iconic item, but in the UK, chips are thicker and softer. In the USA, they are thin and crispy, and come in giant sizes. What do you prefer, the American crunch or the British softness? 2. The price of fast food. When it comes to price, fast food in the USA is generally cheaper. Why? The cost of production is lower, especially because of the ingredients in bulk. In the UK, prices are higher, which also reflects the greater emphasis on natural ingredients and stricter food regulations. 1. The taste and philosophy of fast food. Finally, number 1. The taste. In the USA, fast food has a stronger, sweeter taste, with the use of more preservatives and additives. In the UK, the emphasis is on fresher, more natural flavors, with higher quality ingredients. American fast food might be intense on impact, but British fast food stands out for its complexity and subtlety. So which country won the fast food showdown? The USA, with its huge portions and bold flavors, or the UK, with its fresher and more balanced tastes? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like if you were surprised by these differences. Subscribe for more epic comparisons like this, and we'll see you in the next video.